Supersize Me, how documentaries lie. Let's run it.
The American way, getting fat, getting broke, either way you're gonna pay.
What happens when a man eats nothing but McDonald's for 30 days? In 2004, Morgan Spurlock set out to find out and filmed his body breaking down in real time.
I'm getting this really weird feeling right in my midsection, like basically in my penis right now. It's just like this.
I know motherfuckers be eating that shit every day, and like whatever fucking clips that we just got showed there, I'd never seen that happen in my life. I know people get fat and shit, but like
Really freaky.
The message? Fast food is toxic, obesity is rising, and the fast food industry is to blame. It terrified parents, changed school menus, and made millions fear McDonald's. But not everyone bought it. In the years that followed, a wave of response documentaries emerged. Some lost weight eating McDonald's. Others proved his math.
Yeah, I mean, because, yeah, I was gonna say, technically calories in, calories out. Technically, you can lose weight eating McDonald's. That doesn't mean you're gonna be healthy.
Didn't add up.
Supersize Me was an amusing documentary, but it was full of baloney.
And behind the scenes, the filmmaker was hiding a secret, one that would make the original experiment even more questionable. This is the overlooked story of Supersize Me, and how one viral stunt shaped the way we eat, think, and fear food.
New research finds childhood obesity rates are getting worse.
The country is facing a dangerous weight problem.
People were looking for the root cause, and the finger was pointed to the rapidly expanding fast food industry.
Marketing toward children right now is having such a huge impact. It's conditioning children to want soda, to want fries.
With McDonald's aggressively marketing to children.
Dude, McDonald's wouldn't even be that bad if they just didn't... If they would so fry and cook their shit in beef tallow, it wouldn't be that bad. That's why burgers a lot of times are so unhealthy, because, well, you have, like, the carbs, shit from the bread, but, like, if it's just, like, meat, cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, fucking no move, disgusting, but it's just, like, the fucking seed oils. It just inflames the shit out of you. It's terrible for your body, so if you're putting that in you every single day, it's bad. But if McDonald's didn't have that and they were some cheap-ass motherfuckers, they went back to beef tallow, it would generally be fine. Obviously not the healthiest thing in the world, but way better.
One father even tried to sue them, claiming he thought the food was healthy and that it was McDonald's fault that his daughters became obese. Lawyers argue.
Like, if I were to eat McDonald's every single day for years and then I get fat as fuck, like, I'm not gonna blame McDonald's. I decided to buy that. I decided to eat that. I disagree with the fact that they have really shitty ingredients and it's terrible for you, but I can just make the choice to simply not go there.
That if they could prove McDonald's intended people to eat their food for every meal, and that it was harmful, they might have a case. Watching it all unfold was Morgan Spurlock, a broke, unknown filmmaker, and he saw an opportunity.
And I turned to my...
You have free will. You can go wherever you want. Well, I'm so confused about, well, it's going to make a case. No, it's not. What lawyer would accept that?
vegan girlfriend on the couch. I told her, I said, I gotta...
Unless you're getting, like, sick from McDonald's, that's one thing. But, like, you know the risks of going there. You know how unhealthy it is for you. So gaining weight, there's no case there. You're deciding to go there and eat every day.
A great idea for a movie. The big demon in America was obesity, was the obesity epidemic.
Spurlock set out to take the fast food giants head on. The goal? To demonstrate the harmful effects fast food can have on the body. For 30 days, he ate only from McDonald's, 3 meals a day, trying each item at least once. If they offered to supersize, he had to say yes.
So if the cashier said, "You want that supersized?"
I'd say, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Even the water he would drink had to be from McDonald's.
Because I didn't want to have anything that could taint the experiment, you know, so...
He stopped exercising and aimed to keep his steps below 5,000 a day to mimic the average American. Investing...
But I mean, it depends what you get. Like, are you gonna get the salad, or are you gonna get, like, are you gonna get 3 Big Macs? Like, it just depends what you get, man.
$65,000 of his own money, hoping the film would be shocking enough to turn a profit.
Every 8-year-old's dream right now that I'm getting ready to fulfill.
Spurlock was extensive with his medical checks.
We're going to do a rectal exam.
He was assessed by 4 different professionals who would monitor the experiment. A GP, a cardiologist, a gastroenterologist, and a nutritionist.
Any alcohol use?
Now, none.
Everything seemed to be in check.
Your kidney function, your liver function, they were all perfect.
And just like that, the experiment began. Day 1, he's full of enthusiasm. But things take a sharp turn after his first supersized meal. Quite a dramatic start.
My body early on was saying, don't do it, man.
After just 5 days, he's already gained...
Bro, he took 3 bites. Took 3 bites. Don't be fucking dramatic.
Gained nearly 10 pounds. His nutritionist warned he was eating double what anyone would consider normal. But Spurlock pushes on through the penile issues, lethargy, and headaches, opting for massive.
Yeah, but because how many calories are you eating? Like, what are you eating? Are you eating like a reasonable amount what someone would eat for a meal? Or are you gonna have fucking 5 Big Macs a meal?
Portion sizes.
Look at that. Look at that Coke.
With obesity,
Like, yeah, no shit. It's just like everything in fucking moderation, man. Like, I'll eat McDonald's rarely, but sometimes, or like other fast food places. But it's just like, I'm not gonna get the extra large this and like extra large that. Like, there's a moderation, dude.
tied to serious health risks. He set out to prove the damage firsthand. The spotlight turned to how little that the public really understood about basic nutrition.
What's a calorie? Oh, Jesus.
That's a good question.
Highlighting how kids are more.
What's a calorie? I don't know. Fucking calorie, bro. Like,
By day 14, he developed signs of addiction to the food, and his nutritionist expresses concern over saturated fat and sodium levels.
I think the saturated fats are starting to impede the blood flow to his penis.
What?
His diet is deficient in most micronutrients, and his health was suffering more than most doctors could comprehend.
If somebody were doing this to their liver with alcohol, they could theoretically wipe out the liver. I've never heard of anybody doing this to their liver with a high-fat diet.
By the 3rd week, things.
yeah, but if you're eating like this big of a fucking Coke every like 3 times a day, like no shit.
A bleak turn.
Trying to get my breath back. And, I want to finish, but,
I feel like this, like there's no way your body's gonna react this way just after 2 weeks. Like, I find that very hard to believe.
don't want anything real bad to happen either.
Although his blood tests were showing significant signs of liver damage.
The results for your liver are obscene beyond anything I would have thought.
I mean, by day 21, it was very scary. I had 3 different doctors. My liver at this point had so filled with fat that one doctor compared it to pate.
Spurlock was starting to feel the mental consequences too.
I got massively depressed.
By the final week, his doctors were begging him to stop. With his health spiraling, even his girlfriend stepped in, designing a recovery plan to try and undo the damage.
I've got Morgan's detox diet all ready to go, making sure that I'm getting as many cleansing vegetables into his diet as possible.
Because Spurlock's final results after his fast food binge were shocking. He had gained 24.5 pounds. His LDL cholesterol had shot up.
No fucking way. That's crazy.
He felt emotionally numb, lethargic, but most concerning was the state of his liver.
You know, we see people who like go on an alcohol binge and their numbers go up like crazy. But to go on, you know, a Mac attack, they've got numbers to show that it attacks your liver too. I wouldn't have even thought about this. But
It took him over a year to lose the weight he had gained. A pretty compelling documentary, right? The media seemed to think so. Spurlock won Best Director at the Sundance Film Festival and Best Documentary Screenplay at the Writers Guild of America. People rushed to view the documentary in theaters, earning over $11 million at box office, and eventually $22 million worldwide. The piece would go on to be shown in schools across the world to help educate on the dangers of fast food. I, for one, have seen Spurlock getting probed way too many times. But overall, everyone seemed to love it. Except those at McDonald's.
McDonald's didn't really want to talk to me. Yeah.
It was a complete disservice to anyone looking for factual information or real solutions.
The company called the documentary a supersized distortion of the quality of choice and variety available at McDonald's. The film is about Spurlock's decision to act irresponsibly by eating 5,000 calories a day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there's something off here. Like if you could still eat McDonald's 3 times a day and probably only have like 2,000 calories and be fine.
However, the response in America was mostly quiet.
But in the UK and Australia, they really went into the turns out the McDonald's shut up as things are still which that part because they're very much because they thought about it.
Months after the documentary's release, McDonald's quietly phased out the supersized option. They insisted it was just menu simplification, not a response to the film. But the timing raised eyebrows. They also started making their meals look more nutritious.
After years of criticism, McDonald's said today it will begin serving a healthier Happy Meal.
Happy Meals could now come with a salad, bottled water, and a pedometer, instead of fries and...
Bro, fuck Dasani. I hate, dude, Dasani. Oh my god, like there's just like a taste to it. It disgusts me.
They began printing calorie and nutrition info directly onto the packaging. And Ronald McDonald would encourage more physical activity.
It had nothing to do with the fact that they made an announcement about their stock after the film opened, that it dropped 75%.
But it wasn't just McDonald's the
75%? Really?
documentary seemed to annoy. Some saw Spurlock's experiment as sensational and advocated for more personal responsibility. Long before Spurlock revealed a secret that would damage his legacy and make many question whether the film belonged in schools, a wave of questionable response documentaries had already started pushing back.
Yes, I'm the person who ate at McDonald's for 30 days and lost weight.
Me and Mickey D documented So-So Whaley eating McDonald's for 30 days.
You know, why don't I go and try this shit? Because I'm curious now.
Like Spurlock, but she ate within a calorie range to fit her needs.
But yeah, no shit, dude. McDonald's or just anything. If you're eating 5,000 calories a day for 30 days and you're not working out, no shit, you're going to gain weight.
Chose smaller portions and walk regularly. She lost 10 pounds and improved her cholesterol, advocating for personal responsibility and better diet choices over demonizing fast food.
5,000 calories per day of pretty much anything is going to make you fat and screw up your health.
That's what
Isn't
I'm
it
saying.
also possible to live on fast food and actually lose weight?
5 years later, Tom Norton released Fathead, a more direct response to Super Size Me, where he demonstrated he could eat under 2,000 calories of McDonald's a day and still lose weight. He called out Spurlock for his calorie and fat counts not adding up, and in response to Spurlock's refusal to publish his food logs, he listed every item in the experiment they consumed over the 30 days, suggesting that fast food was not the issue, but Spurlock's lack of moderation. To really drive the sentiment home, a high school science teacher
So I'm saying, just like, if you're going to be doing the most, no shit, you're going to gain all that weight.
decided to attempt something more extreme.
We are going to test the hypothesis. Is it possible for a person to eat nothing but breakfast, lunch, and dinner at McDonald's for 90 straight days to become healthy?
He ended up losing 60 pounds.
I like to tell people that it's not
No shit, really.
the venue, but it's the menu.
McDonald's liked the message, so they publicly signed him as a media ambassador. This would see him traveling to schools to spread the message.
There's nothing wrong with McDonald's.
I don't know. See, this is now you're crossing into the other line of like, yes, in terms of calories, if you eat 1,000 calories, 1,500 calories at McDonald's every day, yeah, you can lose weight, especially if you're working out. That also doesn't mean your body and the blood flow and the heart and the arteries and the liver is going to be the healthiest. Yeah, you look healthier. Yes, you would be theoretically healthier when you lose 60 pounds because you only eat 1,500 calories a day eating at McDonald's. You're still putting in those fucking seed oils and all of the preservatives in you every single day.
He even wrote a book, My McDonald's Diet.
I can eat any food
because you're pushing for the right message, but it's coming off in the wrong way.
at McDonald's that I want, as long as I'm smart with the rest of the day of what I balance.
Because then also you're gonna eat McDonald's, you're gonna be drinking fucking a Coke and all these sugary ass drinks every day. Like,
Balance it out with. It's choice. It's our choices that make us fat, not McDonald's.
A more scientific study was carried out in Sweden.
Now you're just glazing a little too much for my likeness.
Spurlock's conclusions. Dr. Friedrich Nystrom had medical students eat around 6,000 calories a day from fast food for 4 weeks while limiting exercise. Participants gained weight and showed mild liver stress, but their mood and cholesterol stayed
Yeah, it doesn't even need to be fast food. It could be 6,000 calories of anything, you're still gonna gain weight.
stable. The researchers concluded that while fast food overeating has consequences, the dramatic effects in Super Size Me may have been exaggerated or influenced by other factors that Spurlock was perhaps hiding. It's almost a trend at this point for people to demonstrate they can lose weight while eating McDonald's, but it almost misses the point.
Because I was eating so small, I was always hungry by the time the next mealtime rolled around.
The issue with fast food is it's often not very nutritious, while being perfectly engineered
I mean, what you mean? You're 5,000 calories a meal. What you mean eating small?
to be as tasty and easy to overconsume as possible. Losing weight on McDonald's is a lot more difficult than with Whole Foods because it's a lot less filling, but these people were able to persevere in the short term, perhaps for the sheer spectacle. If you were to order like a normal person, 3 meals a day, you might end up with a McGriddle meal for breakfast, a Big Mac meal for lunch, and a quarter pounder meal for dinner. This is over 3,000 calories, and it's a lot less filling than the Whole Foods equivalent. A Big Mac isn't going to instantly kill you, but it's also not ideal for weight loss or health. A middle ground that every documentary skimmed over, but I wish I understood as a kid. Because even with good intentions, Super Size Me and its follow-ups had some unintended consequences. The film didn't just demonize McDonald's, it helped fuel a wave of fear-based health misinformation, where foods were labeled as either good or bad, with no room for nuance, setting a precedent for emotive fear-mongering over scientific balance. Today, we see a lot of fitness documentaries and influencers taking this route.
Yeah, motherfuckers be getting a little too crazy for my likeness. I don't know, man. Fucking find a middle ground. Just stick to that, man. You don't gotta go fucking too extreme one way or the other.
Drink right here, Gatorade. See, it's bullshit. Is extremely toxic and poisonous for your child's brain. Breakfast is one of
Yeah, like, it's not good, but I'm not gonna, like, sit there and cry about it either, you know what I mean?
the biggest scams in the history of the world.
It usually leads to one of two outcomes. The first, I can speak for myself.
I think everything's fine in moderation. If you're drinking Gatorade all day, every day, it's not going to be good for you. If you're eating McDonald's all day, every day, it's not good for you. If you have it once a month, once every 3 weeks, few weeks, it's not going to kill you. It's fine.
Because as a kid, I cut out every food labelled as unclean by the fitness world and ended up underweight.
Well, what happens is that you so strict for so long, because what a lot of people do is they'll get so strict for so long, try it, and then they have it again, and then they just fall back into doing the same shit they were before, and they'll gain weight back. That's why you hear a lot about that shit, people losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight.
And dealing with health issues from malnourishment. That's the danger of black and white thinking. It doesn't improve your diet, it just makes you feel guilty for eating. Ironically, I'd have been healthier if I'd have just eaten the chicken nugget. The second outcome? People stop taking the message seriously. When fear replaces science, decisions get worse. Just like how McDonald's warning people not to watch their documentary only made it more popular. People saw through the claims that McDonald's would make you impotent and depressed, because when a message pushes too far, people tune out.
Did you not see Super Size Me? Yeah, it just made me really want a Big Mac.
Similarly to the massively ineffective anti-drug campaigns in the 80s.
This is your brain on drug. Any questions?
Some say Super Size.
Yeah, dumb as fuck. It's like, oh, if you take one hit of a joint, you take one sip of a beer, this, and this is gonna happen. Because you gotta think, man, I'm not advocating for you to do anything, but what I'm saying is, if you tell someone who's never done anything, be like, if you start, the worst of the worst is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, right? That shit only really happens when people go really fucking hard. In terms of like the gateway drug, it's like, yes, it is common for people, they smoke weed for a while and then they want to try other shit and that can lead to other shit. And there's a lot of things that like take you from like hitting a joint to then being a drug addict. You got hard drug addict. The problem is it just sounds too ridiculous. And then people try shit and they're like, oh wait, I actually like the feeling of this. And I'm not what you're talking about. I'm not doing any of these things. What's the problem? I'm going to keep doing it. And then that's when the fucking ball gets rolling. If you need to get help, get help. I'm not advocating for you to try anything. I'm just saying that's the problem with like these DARE programs. And also too, not some people's brain are wired to be like, I enjoy smoking weed. I'm just going to keep doing that. Other people are wired to just keep having more and more shit.
Me oversimplified obesity, blaming fast food while downplaying personal responsibility. It missed a chance to teach real skills like calorie awareness, portion control, and basic food literacy. What helped me improve my health was choosing to eat healthier, yes, but also incorporating more flexibility and making sure I actually enjoyed my diet. Realistic and sensible advice. That's why many health professionals argue this documentary has no place in schools. But schools didn't take this seriously until years later, when in 2017, Morgan Spurlock posted a confession that finally explained why his McDonald's experiment shocked his doctors so deeply. He admitted to struggling with alcoholism, revealing he hadn't been sober more than a week in 30 years. This wasn't mentioned in the documentary, not once.
Oh, so he was just drinking the entire time they were doing that documentary?
And yet it could explain a lot. The liver damage that shocked his doctors.
I was gonna say, it seems a little too extreme for eating McDonald's for 30 days.
The mood swings, the fatigue, even the issues downstairs. As one commenter said, it was really brave of him to prove to us that eating 6 years of McDonald's while being an alcoholic was detrimental to your health. That big, deliberate omission matters. If this was a YouTube video framed as entertainment, maybe it wouldn't have been as bad. But it wasn't. It was presented as science, it was shown in classrooms, and it helped create a generation of black and white thinking around food. where meals were either clean or toxic. Super Size Me was an Oscar-nominated, entertaining film that started global conversations about fast food, health, and corporate power. Spurlock was an entertaining storyteller who left a lasting impact, but by prioritizing shock over substance and deliberately leaving out crucial details, the film crossed the line from documentary to distortion. I've made videos where I've slipped up too, which is why reflection matters, because Super Size Me didn't just expose the fast food industry, it exposed how easily documentaries can lie.
That's why you have to be careful about what you believe. Don't believe anything, just look at everything as entertainment. If you like, subscribe, leave a comment, do the thing. Bye.
Got these voices in my head, I got some things will never change. Never change, at least I'll stay in my lane. I'll tell this bitch to leave me alone, but she won't get up on my